Ho, 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 world. Welcome to a special edition of the Ben Broke Podcast, baby. I am your boy, Low Fro. You know, and I'm joined today with my illustrious co-host, Mr. No ID. You already know D. B. No ID. You don't know who the fuck that is.
Anyways. No ID. My bad. No ID.
There you go. And today, we're talking about Meg Thee Stallion v. Tory Lanez. And the verdict is out. The boy guilty. Like I said, guilty. I don't give a damn how many lies she told. I don't give a damn how many times she switched her goddamn story. Don't give a damn.
Lies. I don't care about lies.
He guilty. Guilty. All y'all out of there want to believe me. Oh no, that bitch lied too much. Oh no, she doing this, that, and the third. I don't. Damn. Justice was served.
Justice.
Defended this stallion of a black woman. We won. We won out here. Yeah, V, how you feeling? How you feeling pertaining to this case?
All right. First,
now how you feeling? Your opinions. There we go.
All right. First off, I want to start off by saying Merry Christmas. You know, this is probably gonna come out before Christmas, so you know, like an early Christmas present for y'all. And we talking about the case. What was that? You heard under the roof?
Said that?
Is that good old thing up there?
I think it might be. I heard some clickety claps up there, some clickety clacks.
Oh man!
So a couple bells jingling. It might just be the loose change, but I heard some.
It could be the crackhead that we walk around the block.
Yeah, he trying to come down my chimney, steal my kid's present. Might have been him.
But if it's you, Santa Claus, I'm waiting up with cookies and milk for you. Give me that present. I'm waiting. I still believe.
I just got mine. Tory Lanez was found guilty.
Oh shit! There you go.
Mine came early, like I told y'all.
Early.
Guilty.
A couple days early. So, how I feel about this case, right? I feel like they just had to choose. They just had to throw somebody in jail. That's what I felt like. I felt like with this case with Tory Lanez, like there wasn't enough evidence for me to be like, oh yeah, this nigga really did it. There just isn't. Like for me to be 100%, and I thought it had to be 100%. I thought you had to know. Excuse me. I thought you had to know for a fact that this person did it. I'm no lawyer, no judge, no prosecutor. I'm none of that shit. Like I ain't the what's that shit? The general attorney or the attorney general, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't know all this shit, but I know what the fuck a reasonable doubt is, and there's mad reasonable doubts when it comes to this case. And
Hold on. All right, go.
Yeah. Before the case started, before the trial started, I was hearing certain things. And from what I heard, the rumors and all that type of shit, if the rumors were true and they sound like they had some validity to them, I was like, damn, that is some messy shit over there. I think I already thought it would be an uphill battle to fight that shit out in court. I didn't think it was going to be something easy that they could be just do. But the verdict coming out saying that Tory Lanez was found guilty, I'm not going to lie. Like, it definitely took me by surprise. It took me by surprise, like, completely. Because when you hear the evidence, you hear Meg's story, you hear Kelsey's story, you hear the guy who was on the balcony watching them fight, you hear his story, and then Tory Lanez didn't even take the stand. This is crazy to me, but I guess they probably didn't want him to say something that might, ruin his chances of what. There's nothing he could have said. He should have went and took the stand because he still ended up going to jail, not even saying his piece, other than on his album, Daystar or whatever.
Yeah.
But the case, it's insane. I don't understand it. How these juries listen to all that stuff and just chose to throw this man in jail. Because we could go over all the details and all that, but I feel like a lot of people already know what the details is. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't come off right to me. And I feel like a lot of it is just her saying, okay, you said he shot you. And he's saying that he didn't shot you. So why are we going to believe one person over the other? Like, people, I feel like people who side with Meg are saying that, oh, as soon as she said she was shot, everybody said she was guilty and was blaming her. And people who were supporting Tory said as soon as he got called out saying that he did it, his career just ended. People just shitted on him and all that. And both sides are seeing this from that perspective. But like, if you really pay attention to the shit that was going on, you'd be like, yo, Tory Lanez ain't saying shit, but Meg is saying a lot. And it's contradicting a whole lot of shit. She went on and the more she said, the more people are listening and blaming Tory Lanez. She was out there saying stuff, talking, and putting that pressure on people like, oh, you're not gonna protect black women. Every chance she got was black woman, and it would invoke a lot of stuff. And Tory Lanez, he didn't say nothing, but you got people talking about him on the internet constantly to the point where you're building up. It's not that people like Tory Lanez, but you guys are building up. It comes off like you guys are trying to destroy this dude. And it's not that people love Tory Lanez or he's popping or he's like the best musician on the planet. And it's the fact that you guys are attacking him when there's not enough evidence to attacking him. You're just going off what this girl said. Like, the claim she's making could fuck up this man's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it seems like people don't realize it. They're just like, oh yeah, he shot her, so you gotta go to jail. How do you know that? She said it. All right, well, he said that he didn't do it. So then why am I gonna believe her over him? Oh, she got shot. Okay, she got shot. She said he did it, but he said he did not do it. Just because she got shot doesn't mean you can roll up and shoot me, and I know you shot me, because the next dude that walked in behind you, I could be like, oh, he shot me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just what it is. Because I'm cool with you, and I don't want you to go to jail, and we just had like a tussle that made you look bad or whatnot, a gun gets pulled out and someone gets shot. Now, when people say that, oh, Tory Lanez got mad over shooting, he got mad over his music and then shot Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I think that's just ridiculous. I honestly think
that is a stretch.
Yeah, and the dance shit, that's ridiculous shit. And that's ridiculous as well. The him shooting you over that sounds crazy. But when people hear that, oh, Meg shooting or Kelsey shooting Meg over Tory Lanez, people says that sounds crazy. But in my mind, if you guys were both sleeping with this person, you're gonna be upset. That's why y'all fighting, right? You guys said you did. Why did you lie and say you didn't fight when you guys fought? Because you know what it looks like. I don't feel like anything happened that was positive about this shit. Everybody just divided themselves even more. It's more of men versus women, black men versus black women, court system failing black people. So it's legal system versus black people, media versus black people versus it's just everybody versus everybody. People talking about the lawyers and the internet personalities. It turned into internet media versus mainstream media. There was it's like I've heard people talk about during this case. I've heard people talk about the injustices and the problems between mainstream media and online media, and I was like, what? Everybody's arguing, everybody's beefing over this case. You had a real good example of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, where Amber Heard was saying all types of crazy things about Johnny Depp, but Johnny Depp reported what she was saying. And I think before all that stuff came out, she was literally in front of people talking about domestic abuse, crimes or violence against
women. She definitely was. She
was out there doing all that, and it's like they're invoking. It's like their go-to to invoke that. It's like I don't understand how people don't see it. It's like, are people naive or they just biased? They don't want to think about it because
they definitely see it. Although there are people who got blinders. Honest to God, people with blinders on. I don't know if it's straight up out of ignorance or they're just like that.
Or they just hate whoever the other side is. It's just so weird that you see this in the playbook. They are invoking this shit, and especially in California, that's like the perfect place to do that type of shit. The most liberal place, like in America, pretty much. And over there in California, like they're gonna. I'm sorry, but they're probably gonna side with the woman. California's gonna side with the woman. Like the jury, the judge,
down with the patriarchy, all this other shit. Men, they're this and that suck. Like, I don't know why motherfuckers want to live in Cali, But hey, it is what it is.
I don't know either. If I was a duel with money and whatnot, I'm definitely not living in California. Nobody wants to hear nothing. Nobody wants to talk about the lies. Nobody wants to talk about the context. So now he's going to jail for I don't know what, for lies.
He's going to jail for trying to shoot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot, and that escalated into attempted murder. Eve, like I honestly thought the whole thing. I don't believe there was any actual attempted bodily harm. Yes, with a lethal weapon. Yeah, but straight up murder. I don't think at any point he was trying to kill her. But I heard that's one of the charges that's on him: attempted murder.
Attempted, nigga.
Yeah. It's crazy overall, man, because I believe in the courtroom, they're not allowed to read any of the outside media and the internet media and all the jurors. They have to straight up just go off of what's presented in court.
Yeah.
So for that whole
but you really think that's even possible in this day and age?
No. Unless they had them staying in like a hotel room and it was like, hey, you can only use like the hotel phone to talk to people. You can't discuss the case because they're tapped. We're listening to y'all. Shit like that.
And you still can't. You still can't. Because I can pick up the phone and call somebody and they can tell me exactly what's going on the internet about this case and influence me.
So in this day and age, it'll be hard, but I believe they had to just go off of what was presented in the courtroom alone. So if they didn't enter certain evidence before the trial starts, because I think that's how it works. That when you go to court, you gotta the attorneys and the lawyer or whatever, the prosecutors and the defenders, they gotta enter everything that they wish to present and discuss about and all this other shit, so that they could get straight to the facts and everything. So a lot of the rumors and shit, they don't want those to go into the courtroom so that they influence the jurors. Shit like that. So that's why I believe certain things didn't get there. And if you're going off of just the evidence alone, fingerprints there, the residue, shots in the car, they had an argument. They were all liquored up, sauced up. They already had another argument before they left fucking Kylie Jenner's house. A lot of this shit starts to paint a narrative.
The driver didn't show up to testify, and that's Megan Thee Stallion's bodyguard. Yeah.
All of that shit will point towards Tory Lanez. But once you start hearing the outside shit, and you hear, hey, this person was talking about this look at this Megan Thee Stallion interview where she said this, that, and the third. Hey, the friend. And even when the friend went to go testify and flipped her story from siding with Megan Thee Stallion to now trying to defend Tory Lanez, she started pleading the fifth on a lot of shit that probably could have helped out Tory Lanez even more in the court case. I believe all that together is what led the jurors to their verdict, because they're not allowed to go to any of the, because those outside sources, TMZ, Shade Room, all them, they post a lot of gossip, so you can't really use those as facts. But even no matter how much true that might be, eyewitnesses might have went straight to TMZ to try to get like a $3,000 paycheck or a couple $100 check from them, telling them straight facts. It's still ain't credible within the court systems. And her interviews, I don't know if they even looked at those or they just had to go off of what was presented in court.
I think they brought it up. I think they brought up why she didn't tell the truth about she didn't tell the truth about the Gayle King interview. I think they did bring it up. But it doesn't even seem like any of that stuff matters, because it's just what you could tell, what you could convince the jury to say.
Yeah.
So we out here just like, like even with the evidence, because with the evidence that is in court, not even the outside stuff, just off what you just told me, and I know you're trying to make the case for Megan Thee Stallion, but even with the evidence you just told me inside the courtroom, that's still not good enough to put this man away to me. It's not 20 years. It's not. Everybody doesn't.
A decision has to be made. Going off the evidence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to make a decision. Look bad and don't do anything for this black woman, or look bad and send this black man to jail. But that doesn't carry as much weight as doing that to a black woman. It's either her a black man or her a black woman. We'll just take her to black man. It's just.
And we've been hurting the black man, so they know let's throw him in jail.
If it comes to the court system and a black woman and a black man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for a black man. Like, and that's been a normal thing. Like, people know that if you want to do anything against a black man, just involve the police, just involve the court system, most likely you're probably going to win, especially if you're a black woman. Like,
I wouldn't say especially for a black woman. I say especially for a white woman. Like, that's
for a white woman, you don't have to like shit. You ain't got to go to court. There was like, bro, we're not even going with those cases. A white woman, black man. Like that shit is just nah. There's no like.
It's a cakewalk for them. From what
a
I've
girl,
seen,
Botham Jean got shot in his house by a white woman. Botham Jean got shot in his house by a white woman.
Yeah.
His brother, his blood brother, hugged her, and the judge read a passage from the Bible for her to keep her strong as she was getting ready to go to jail.
The little socialite little white boy who raped the girl behind the dumpster.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up your whole. I don't want to fuck up your whole career, your life goals, anything. So I'm gonna just, give you some community service hours and put you in juvenile hall for like a month.
What the fuck was his name?
But then a black woman defended herself from a attacker. Oh no, child endangerment. Oh no, because she shot the gun off in the air.
Mm-hmm.
In the air. Child endangerment.
You don't have the money to afford representation, or you're not famous. They're not gonna give a shit about you. If you don't, it's like TORY.
Money and celebrity status is one category. Then they start breaking down into okay, you black,
gender,
you going down. You're a black man, black woman. Black man, I'm gonna put you a little bit lower than her. Yeah,
white dude, black guy, black woman. What was it? There was like a black chick that got kidnapped, and she was getting like scraped.
Oh yes, she was like underage too, underage. And then she ended up getting away from the first dude. The second dude did the same damn thing to her. She ended up murdering one of them, killing one of them. And then she's getting jail time, all this other shit.
Yeah.
After she's literally been human trafficked, used and abused for years. And then she fights to get her freedom just to have it taken right away after she gets away.
Right. How do y'all with a conscience do some shit like this?
Piece of shit's fucking family talk about they want justice for him. Justice for him? That motherfucker deserves death.
Yeah.
He deserved what the fuck he got. He deserved death.
Straight up. Boy, back to the case. Yeah. Doesn't sit that well with me. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. For me,
to learn. Lesson learned, man.
Facts. Shit can happen to any one of us, man, to be honest, man. Like, try to record yourself at all fucking times, I guess.
And you don't think that's kind of crazy, too, that there's no recording of it? There's a recording of the cops showing up, but there's no recording of the fight. There's no recording of the car. There's no recording.
Have some kind of documentation to prove. If you know some wild shit about to go down or is going down, hit that record button, bro.
Hit that record button.
I'm not telling you to record your whole life, but your spidey senses start tingling. You're like, yo, it's about to fucking go down. Just be like, yeah. Hit that shit. One other question for you. What's going on with the slimes, man? What's going on with your boy? Gunna. He pushing P. He pushing please. Pushing please.
What they say? He's pushing paperwork.
Pushing paperwork, pushing please, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man. From Gunna to who is it? They got all these other dudes. I think they said Lil Duke. I like Lil Duke, man. That's like the hype man for Young Thug. When I went to go see Young Thug in Connecticut, in Hartford. Wait, no, was it Hartford? Nah, it was was it Hartford? Damn, I can't remember.
Yo, why you ponder that? Do you think it's over for YSL? Can they come back?
No, it's over for them, man. It's over.
What about Thugger? Thugger himself, can he come back if he beats this case?
I don't think so. I think he's gonna be in jail for a while. I think they had I can't remember. I think there's something that happened with somebody tried to seize his cell phone, and they did like an unlawful search of his house or something. They took his cell phone and was going through it and tried to use it as evidence. But I guess his lawyers worked out something that said that wasn't valid. You can't just take his phone and go through it and all that. So he has to be removed from the evidence. They can't use it against him. So I guess that was a win for him. But still, there's like more people coming out and snitching or copping pleas or whatever. Yeah. I don't do all that street shit. So if y'all out here doing all that street shit and you know what's going on, like tell us. But to me, all that shit seems like people was talking too much to the police. That's a lot of talking. A lot of people's talking to the police. That's what it looks like to me.
Do you think Young Thug, after everything you know about Young Thug, of him, not that you know him personally, but you know of him, do you believe he's better for the community or worse?
Shit, he's one of my favorite artists. At one point, I would say he was my favorite. But for the community, I feel like he does a lot of good stuff. I felt like but now that I think about him freeing all his boys that one time, was he just freeing them niggas to bolster YSL like guns? Like I remember they was like, oh yeah, you feed all these niggas. Was he just freeing them niggas to have soldiers? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that. I can't say because I'm pretty sure if I go to Atlanta, like on the internet, people free Young Thug, all that shit. But if you go to Atlanta, then go talk to people who've been terrorized by YSL and all that stuff, they're not gonna say that. So I would rather take the opinion of people on the ground level that deal with these people in real life than internet. Yeah. So I would have to say I would go along with whatever the people that know the situation on that first-hand account, whatever they say, that's probably what I would agree with.
But as a fan of his music, you're saying free him. But
I can't even say that because then it would make me like a fool to say free somebody who's been hurting people, even if I'm a fan of that. If you've been out here really on some like shooting, murdering, killing people, which that's why motherfucking YFN Lucci's in jail. And I love YFN Lucci too. When both of them was popping, I was fucking with both of them. And when he went to jail for that whole his boy getting shot in the head and then pushing him out the car onto the street, nigga, that shit was crazy. Yeah. But from the shit I've seen or heard, and from the time and like paying attention to that shit while it was happening, like while it was going on, like nigga, if YFN Lucci's going to jail for real time, real numbers, fighting in jail, getting stabbed up in jail, scrapping and all that type of shit for his beef with his side of the beef with you, you gonna have to go through the same shit he was going through, and you gonna probably go in jail after sit down the same way Lucci is. Because that nigga's not dancing by himself. When he was out here shooting, murdering, and all these people out here, his crew versus your crew, like, and that's what it was. Like, it was just out here banging out.
Yo, so do you think that hip hop itself, since this is all going on, it's all within hip hop? Because in the 90s, niggas was rapping about what they was living, what how their environments was and everything. Now come today, 2022, niggas is rapping about what they doing or what they about to do. Right back again. Do you think the era of like the little techers is over? Where they just
rapping those clout ass rappers.
Yeah, do you think that era is over?
Nobody wants to listen to no nigga that's like, I got red, I got blue, what you want? Like,
it ain't got neither color.
Nobody wants to listen to those type of niggas, though.
Do you think it's good that hip hop's going back to its roots in a sense?
Well, hip hop
niggas is rapping about what they really doing.
Hip hop roots is Soulja Boy. Crank that shit and all that. He's hip hop roots. Like Rappers Delight and all that shit. Hey, yo, funky flow, all that shit. Crank that is just another version of that. Hey, Superman, that's hip hop. For the longest time, it was 2 lanes, and the drug shit was getting so popular. Being an addict was more popular than being a drug dealer.
Which was wild to me. Like, yo, you are over here talking about how you popping perks, Molly, and drinking a cup of lean.
And falling asleep and just like dying there and all that miserable shit.
And then you had like how many rappers that died off of drinking lean and popping pills and shit.
Yeah. And you see how that era fizzled out, and then what happened? People was like, yo, I'm tired of this fucking burnout shit. I want to hear some street shit. Niggas came back, and everybody was fucking on that gangster shit. You got all these new gangster niggas out. Oh, everybody just.
But that's what I'm getting at. So niggas started asking for that real shit, but they want rappers who weren't just perpetrating and shit. You got rappers who ain't perpetrating, but I don't think people realize when you start rapping about the real shit and niggas is doing that real shit, there are
get it back in blood, nigga.
Pooh Shiesty, get that shit back in blood. You getting it back in blood means other people are suffering. So you think that we should go back to the gangster rap?
It's already back. And I don't know what's coming next.
So I guess the main question I'm really asking is, do you rather have rappers that are rapping what they're really doing, or just people who are rapping like a made-up story? Basically, but if
we're talking about just ingesting it, you're gonna get so much more soul and so much more pain and so much more emotion out of somebody who's really going through it, especially not just somebody that went through it, like somebody's going Do it right now. You're gonna get some emotions out of them. And that's why that music is so popular, because like you hear it and you're like, damn, so I can feel that shit right. Fucking hear you. And that's why people fuck with YoungBoy. That motherfucker probably going through some shit and you hear it in his voice. You know? And that's what you got, this music. So and then when you talk about somebody who is just reporting what they see, you're talking about Tupac and all the rest of these niggas that weren't really gangsters, but they're reporting on what they see. It's hard to say that he didn't capture the soul, but you gotta be a dude like Tupac to really capture that shit to the point. And those guys back then who were reporting that shit and being rappers and talking about street life and street shit, like you had to bubble to the top. Those like dudes at the high echelon of the talent. Now you just a nigga that goes on the internet, spit some emotional, truthful shit, and they hear it and they're like, yeah, let's get it. Like that shit's popping. What I prefer, I think I prefer the reporting, just for the fact that bodies don't pile up like they do. Granted, Biggie and Tupac shit caused both of them to lose their life. But if you talking about how many bodies is piling up of rappers now, it's not even close. We could have been had the next Tupac and Biggie. But what happened? They probably got murdered. Who don't need to paint shit in your head when a nigga's telling you, yo, this is what it is. I'm putting it in your head. Pissing in the hallways in the streets, niggas dying, selling drugs, babies crying, mom's not there, dad's not there, belly touching my ribs, fucking everything hurts, niggas making fun of me because I'm poor, fucking, and I gotta go get it because I'm angry than a motherfucker. And if a nigga crosses me at this point, I'm at my breaking point, and that's real shit. And they're making it poetic. So it's so raw, it's so real that it feeds you so much because you're like, oh, that really happened. It makes it better.
Well, what about going at it from that aspect then with rap and hip hop, where you're talking about that, so then the bodies don't pile up? Because I don't think the bodies gonna pile up if you're talking more about your struggle, but once you start incorporating it, if you just start talking about your history, your struggle and shit, the pain.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is the age of gangster hip hop.
Yeah.
It's me talking about what I see in the streets. Yeah. And as time goes on, it's not shit what I see in the streets. It's shit that somebody close to me dealt with. And then it's like shit that people in my family dealt with. And then it gets even closer, shit that I first-hand account that I dealt with. And now it's shit I'm doing.
In fact, I'm about to go leave the studio and turn this fantasy into facts.
And before I even, exactly, now it's, nigga, I'm letting y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to go kill this nigga on 23rd. And
yeah, in 45 minutes. Because, like we said earlier, hip-hop rap is a reflection of the environment that they're living in. So even for the person who's just viewing, they're saying that they're seeing all the shit. It could have started off with them just seeing their family struggling, them being making fun of to, hey, it's not that I'm changing what I'm rapping about. It's literally my environment's changing. My neighborhood just got a shitload more dangerous. We're still hungry. We're still poor. But now there's a shitload of guns in the street. There's bodies piling up. Now that's what I'm rapping. I'm still rapping about my lifestyle because this is what around me. I'm still not the shooter myself, but hey, this is what the fuck is going on around me. I woke up this morning, tried to go check the mail, had to step over a body on my way. Like,
I'm tired of all these goddamn snakes on this goddamn plane.
You being scared of jail kind of goes away because even now they got niggas in jail with phones.
I was just about to say that. My nigga, go to jail, do some push-ups, get a six-pack, eat some fucking honey buns, build up that thick muscle shit, get a tattoo in your chest, tell yourself some push-ups,
not to mention,
butter yourself and start recording yourself and get
super
chat money from these girls. I seen 2 prisoners on IG. There was like a World Star video of 2 prisoners getting tips and money from just flexing and thirst trapping on fucking the phone, and they're in prison. Yeah. These niggas are in jail, nigga, and they're making more money than niggas out here. Like, what?
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
You don't even need to do that. It's to the point you don't even need to do that. You just need to get arrested and have your mug shot. Look at Prison Bait.
Yeah, if you're handsome enough,
modeling contracts and hooking up with like millionaire women and shit. Gunna. So there was an interview that Charlamagne did with Gunna a while back where he was talking about Crime Stoppers and people saying that he snitched. And for the explanation Gunna gave, he said he didn't snitch on nobody. He didn't put nobody in jail. Somebody snitched on his cousin, saying that he killed somebody when he didn't. It got him locked up, and he was helping his cousin. So how do you feel about Gunna now? Because we've already talked about Young Thug, the effects of like the government system, hip hop music, and all that shit. But Gunna himself, a snitch. Do you think that he really snitched?
Don't know. Like I've seen people talk about it, but I'm not gonna pretend like I understand legal jargon to that. Like my basic court system brain and basic understanding of what, like if you did a crime and you say anything, it could be held against you. So you don't say shit. You let your lawyer deal with that shit. Because if you say anything, it could affect the niggas around you. And if I'm doing anything with anybody and I care about the person I'm doing it with, and I don't want to see them get locked up, I'm not gonna say shit. Because saying anything to me, in my mind, what I know and what I've heard is like, if you say anything, it could be held against you. So with that in my mind, I'm not gonna say shit. Especially if I know I did something, I'm not gonna say nothing to indict anybody about anything. I'm just gonna stay quiet. If I'm him who's involved in this gang shit, because he is, I should know, especially when you're on fucking records and music videos saying, I'm never gonna stitch on my brothers or whatever the fuck this nigga be saying. Yeah. Like, you don't say shit. Like, when the shit gets hot and when it gets fucked up, you profited off of YSL. And then when you go to jail, you don't want to play no more. YSL is a gang. Nigga, you profited off of that game. Like, you don't want to play YSL no more. You want to play gangster no more. All the gangster stuff you talk, you don't want to play no more. How did you get out of jail? I don't get it. How did you get out of jail? Like, they don't just let people out of jail for not complying. They're not just gonna let you out of jail because you don't want to be there no more. You have to give up something. Like, I'm not letting you out.
Maybe he gave him a shitload of money. You never know. He probably paid off some people.
Then, bro, a lot of people would have been out of jail if you could pay off people. And I don't think there's people richer than Gunna that's going to jail, and they're still in jail. Bill Cosby's richer than Gunna. What happened? That nigga still spent time in jail. So if Bill Cosby go to jail, Gunna could go to jail, and Gunna getting out of jail means that he gave something up to get out of jail.
Do you think that he is more excusable than 6ix9ine?
No. I feel like the pressure wasn't even on Gunna like it was on 6ix9ine like that. Like, I can't remember what I was watching or who said it, but they kind of summed it up pretty good. They're like, this nigga was getting like threatened, kidnapped, beat up, and his baby mom was fucking around with some of the gang members and shit like that. And all this is just happening to him, fucking him up, and then he ends up in jail. Like, all them niggas turned on him. I don't know anybody who I saw that turned on Gunna. I don't know anybody who I saw that fucked his girl. I don't know anybody that beat him up. I don't know anybody that kidnapped him. But all that shit happened to 6ix9ine. So, and if nigga did that to me, fuck you. Nigga, I am not loyal to you. Fuck you. And I'm not staying in you. Fuck me up. I'm not staying in jail. What's wrong with you? Like, you can't whoop my ass and then expect me to stay in jail. You take money and money too. Above all that shit. I mean, beat my ass, whatever. Fuck my baby moms, whatever. Take my money. Bro, fuck you. Like, we out of here. Like,
we covered a lot here. I want to tell everybody, hey, y'all have a Merry Christmas, ho, 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 to all you ho, ho, hoes. Y'all have a good one. DIV, what you got for them to bring in?
Hey, Merry Christmas, moving into 2023. Hopefully we make it through another year. This was a wild year. Shit, every year since like 2016 been a wild year. Yeah. And man, it's getting crazy and crazier now. And you know what? It's interesting out here. Never in my life. I thought when I became an adult there wouldn't be no crazy events in my lifetime, but damn. And this year has been interesting. And it's been troubling, it's been kind of frustrating, but like at the end of the day, we made it. You know, Christmas time, enjoy the holidays, we doing good. Everybody stay positive. Hey, bright future on, man. Barely Bro's here for you, here with you, man. We doing this. Come on.
Barely Broke. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. We out. Bring the beat.